Hi, welcome back, welcome back to another quick, usually mini read, quick message, words from me, words of affirmation, a message from your blue twin flame. How about that? Welcome back to another quick message from your blue twin flame. Bam! That sounds better. I like that. So that's how we're going to do things, okay? A quick message from your blue twin flame. Because, as we know, you are the observer of your masculine and feminine energies. Your masculine energy being everything you conceive. Your feminine energy being everything you perceive. Everything internally. There's an internal consciousness. There's an external consciousness. And right now, you are experiencing me through your feminine energy because you're perceiving me right now. You're listening to me. You're seeing me. You're feeling me, okay? But the things that I'm saying making sense in your masculine energy. Those of you that are tuning in, okay? And what are you observing? Those things that make sense, those coincidences, those synchronistic events. That's your blue twin flame communicating to you because it's making sense. Your blue twin flame communicates through synchronicities, things that make sense. Love, that's a good one. Coincidences, and there's another one. Synchronicities, coincidences, and serendipitous events. Okay? And you'll discover more of this on your journey. If you have any questions, please feel free. Put them down there below. So this is going to be a part 2 to the message about nothing. Okay? I don't know if it's going to be as long as that one. I do have, I'm going to pull some cards. I'm going to do tarot today. Ooh. Yeah, I very seldomly pull tarot. I don't do tarot cards. I have these, which is even more lovely. I also have my Roomie deck that I haven't used on here in a while, so I'm going to use those. And I got a new Oracle deck. Woo woo! All right, Art Oracle. That's full of some artists, so we're going to pull from there. I think I'm doing a 4-card spread today. As we talk, you know what? I mean, I don't know, because last message about nothing, we used nothing. Let's see. I'm still going to pull. Okay. And I'm still going to show off my cards. It is what it is. But, okay. So, I'm doing a part 2 to this reading because I left some things out. Well, I thought about it afterwards. Some things that I wanted to add that I did not write down. So, let's going to pull 1. 2. Oh, that's funny. 3. 4. Okay. But before I reveal what those are, let's get to this message about nothing, part 2. All right, so we last talked about nothing. Nothing being if you haven't seen that video, go check it out first, okay? Spoiler or disclaimer. There's a video I posted recently. It's called Message About Nothing. So if you haven't seen that, please go see that one. But if you haven't seen it, go watch it. But if you're not going to go watch it, I'm going to really short recap it. But I advise you to go watch it. It's a good video. But I talked about how a lot of times nothing has a connotation to it to being negative, or it's associated with having is the absence of something. Nothing. And people assume that when you have nothing, that it's you physically don't have. Okay, they just associate nothing with physically not having. And what I mentioned is when you have nothing, instead of looking at it as a negative of lacking something, look at having nothing as having a connection to the divine, having a connection to God, having a connection to the universe, having a connection to the Most High, having a connection to E, all the above, all. So, nothing. And while we associate having nothing with lacking something, we should look at it as having a connection to E, all the above. Whether you want to say God, Most High, Universe, Mother Nature, whatever that connection to the divine that you have. Because once you take those things out, this physical world, it's full of something. It's full of things, some things, and a lot of these things distract us. Houses, jobs, family, cars, pets, relationships, all these things distract us from nothing. Like, it distracts us from our connection to a higher power. So physically, mentally, spiritually, when we remove these things, we're left with nothing. But that nothingness that we're left with is a connection to the divine. It's a connection to the divine. And that's why it's not a negative thing to have nothing. Because again, we always associate with having nothing with lacking something or lacking physical something. I don't have that. I have nothing. But we should start looking at having nothing as having a connection to your higher power, to God, to the universe, to the Most High, to E, all of the above. You have nothing. So that's what I talked about in the last video. So what I want to add to that is a few things. One, I remember a friend, and it stuck in my memory. He was going through a lot. He had broke both his hands, and I remember him being in a painful place. Him proclaiming that I have nothing. And he was crying. And this has just always stuck in my head, having nothing. I have nothing. When you can profess, I have nothing, and you're crying, when you reach rock bottom and you truly have nothing, that's when you develop this connection. Or I'm not going to say develop. That's when you can truly see this connection to the divine, because you now have to rely on something outside of you, because now you have nothing. Like, when you reach rock bottom, normally you're at the bottom, all the above. Like, all you when you hit rock bottom, all you have is, you can only look up from there, So when you But when you proclaiming or exclaiming, I have nothing, like when I hear that now, it's so joyous. I have nothing. Like I am so excited I have nothing. Like these things in the world make you feel like you have to have a family, you have to have a relationship, you have to have a car, you have to have a house. You have to have all that, but you don't. You don't. All you need is a connection to a higher power, and everything else will follow. Like, I have nothing, and I'm okay with having nothing. Like, I'm not trying to. Now, I would love to have stuff, but first comes nothing, and that's what I mentioned in the video, the last video. Have nothing first. Be okay with that, and everything else will follow. So when I say I have nothing, I have things, yes, but I have nothing. Okay? Meaning a connection to a higher power, a connection to eat all the above, a connection, because that's not something physical, that's something spiritual. I have a spiritual connection to the divine, and that's a blessing. Okay? That's one thing I wanted to add. The second thing, no thing. That's nothing. Nothing. We usually associate nothing, one word, nothing. But when you divide that up, it's no thing. Just like something is something. Okay? It's something. It's something. You can say a sum of things, but that's a different sum. But a thing is a thing. Something is something. We don't know what that thing is, but it's something. But no thing is nothing. But we associate nothing with lacking something or lacking a thing. But no thing is no thing. It's not a thing. And this thing that we're talking about, that we're lacking, is a connection to a higher power. We're not lacking a connection to a higher power, but that connection to a higher power is the no thing. That's the no thing. The no thing. No thing, because it's not a thing. It's something, but nothing at the same time. Just like when someone says nobody. Nobody. We hear nobody and we associate nobody with no person. No person. Who's there? Nobody. Well, if nobody's there, then who said nobody? But really, we automatically assume nobody is we assume nobody is no person. There's no person there when I say nobody. But when I hear nobody, break it down, nobody, nobody can also be the divine, because who doesn't have a body? God, the universe, your higher power, the divine, the spiritual world, nobody. Something's there. There's always a presence there. Otherwise, how do you know that there's a presence there? If what is it? A tree falls down and no one's around to hear it. And how you know a tree falls down? Who's there to hear it? Nobody. How do we know nobody is there? Because whoever is telling us that the tree fell, there's a presence. There's the tree. There's a consciousness there that knows the tree fell, but no one was around to hear it. How do we know this? Thanks to nobody. So when I hear nobody, no body, aka the divine. So when I hear no thing, that's the connection between you and the divine. Okay? No thing. Nothing. All right? And then there was another thing. One more I was going to add to that. Nothing. Bah humbug. Okay. But let's flip this card over. See what we have. We have the Chariot. This is so cool. The Chariot. Energy we need to reach for. The Chariot. You are a driving force, fueled by determination and willpower. You stop at nothing on your path to success. Stop at no thing. Okay? Let's stop at no thing. It says you stop at nothing on your path. Okay? So you stop at nothing. Okay, we can read you stop at nothing, meaning you're going fast and nothing's going to stop you. Okay, meaning you're going to keep going. You're going to keep going. Nothing is going to stop you. It's two ways to interpret that. Like, you're going so fast, you're just continuously going. You're going. Nothing is going to stop you. Okay, that's like the standard way to read that. Or, no thing is going to stop you. Nothing is going to stop you. Your connection to a higher power is going to stop you. When nothing's going to stop you, no thing is going to stop you. Do you get what I'm saying? Am I making sense? If I'm making sense, please comment that it's making sense, okay? Because when something can't stop you, nothing will. When they say nothing will stop you, nothing will. A connection to a higher power will stop you. Your higher God, the universe, the Most High, eat all the above, Mother Nature will stop you. Okay? It will. And when it's time to sit your butt down, no thing will stop you. No physical thing may stop you, but the divine is not physical. It will stop you. So, you stop at nothing. That sounds like you're continuously going, or you pause at no thing. Nothing on your path to success. You overcome obstacles and find cohesion between opposing forces. Okay, so an obstacle will stop you. And sometimes those obstacles are placed in your way because of nothing. So nothing will stop you. But you overcame the obstacles. You weren't stopped by them. You overcame them. Okay? So the energy that we need to not reach for, because reach for is the Chariot, hold close, is the Sun. The Sun. You have come full circle and are celebrating the successful completion of an important project or phase. As you close one chapter, you open another. Okay? Before we finish reading about this, or talk about the Sun, closing the chapter, let's pull out this deck. Ooh! I caught it. Andy Warhol. Eat dessert before dinner. Give 15 minutes some time. Give your 15 minutes some time. Wanting can be better than having. Okay. Let's go back to tarot. Energy we should shed light on is the Seven of Swords. You cannot do everything at once. You must prioritize what's important to you, even if it means letting others down. You may need to put yourself first to get what you want. All right. Collective, someone here needs to hear that. You cannot do everything at once, okay? Orlin, don't fear pain. Art is an anesthetic. Do you like who you see in your petri dish? Become your paradigm. All right. Let's pull a Rumi card. Okay. Did I finish talking about nothing? Do I have? I don't. It was something else I thought I was adding from nothing. One. Okay. Before I read one, okay. Relating one to nothing. This world is a bunch of ones and zeros and twos, but ones and zeros, okay. But before you had one, you had zero. And what's another name for zero? Nothing. No thing. Zero. So that's another name for nothing. Also, nothing is associated with your masculine energy. One is associated with your feminine energy. Why is that? Because everything in this three-dimensional world, the internet you're listening to me on, your phone you're listening to me on, me, this hoodie, all of this started as an idea before it was created. It embodies feminine energy because it was created. I was created, you was created, this thing is created, this card was created. Who was this card? Oh yeah, Rumi. Elena Fairchild, the Rumi Oracle. Elena Fairchild created this deck. But before she created this deck, it started as an idea. Before she created this deck, there was no deck, no thing. There was no thing. But then she created something. So this creation is a one now. Because before one, there was zero. There was zero decks. There was no thing. And I definitely needed to add that. Thanks. One I seek, one I know, one I see, and one I call. No aspect of your life is separate from your spiritual journey. All is unfolding according to the divine genius, and there is a sweet shift in store for you. Those circumstances may appear dire and you may feel despair. There is an avenue through which fulfillment and resolution will be granted. Peace to you, my friend. All right, and that's the thing too. The ones and twos, or the ones and zeros, the somethings and the nothings, it's all the same because we're all under this, living this cosmic dream. We're still under this universal consciousness. We're in this oneness, this balance. Let's read this last card, the Ten of Cups. The energy we should stay strong on, the Ten of Cups. You have created a life of connection and bliss by following your heart and trusting your intuition. There is a sense of wholeness, completion, and alignment in your relationships with others. Yes. These things are so cool. Oops, I cannot lose one. Yeah. All right. I got this little book today. Funny story. So I'm going to get out of here. This video is longer than I expected it to be. I'm going to post another video tomorrow because tomorrow is our anniversary. Actually, it's in a couple of minutes, which I'm going to talk more about tomorrow. But I'm really excited. It's been a year. We'll talk more about it tomorrow. So stay tuned for tomorrow's video, okay? I'm gonna record it tomorrow. 9 out of 10, I'm gonna post it tomorrow too. But I work tomorrow. Not happy about that, but it is what it is. I'm just excited to have a job, I guess, but I'm more excited to spend time with you. I can't wait. Oh my gosh. It's been a year. Oh, maybe I should do an unboxing of my gifts. Maybe. We'll see. All right, you guys. Without further ado, let's all day long we breathe unconsciously for ourselves. But very seldomly do we breathe consciously for someone else. So let's just take a moment to breathe for someone else. Whether they know you're breathing for them or not, whether you know them or not, whether they're here or not, whether there's something or nothing. Let's just take a breath. So on the count of 3, we're going to inhale and then exhale. And then we're going to give thanks to eat all the above. You can fill A through D with whatever you want, but let's just take the opportunity to give thanks. I thank you. I thank you for listening. I thank you for watching. I thank you for liking. I thank you for commenting. And I thank you for subscribing. All of that. Thank you so much. It really helps the channel and helps push this message out. This message about nothing. Feel free to check out the first video down below. I'm going to link it in the comments or in the description. All right. Have a good day.